The universe has existed for 13.8 billion years, billions of stars, billions of worlds, not one signal back, ever. For 65 years we have listened. The cosmos gave us only silence. Why? This is not about little green men. It is about silence so mathematically strange and complete that it truly disturbs the scientists who study it professionally. The mathematics say we should not be alone, not even remotely close. So where is everybody? That question is precisely what we investigate together right now. 1961, Green Bank, West Virginia. 10 scientists crowd into one small room. Carl Sagan is among them. Not one person in that room looks relaxed. Drake steps to a board and writes one equation. Looks deceptively simple. It turns out to be among the most consequential scientific ideas ever written down. That equation is our first true attempt to count other worlds with life. Not guess, count. Using real measurable numbers from real observable stars above us. The Milky Way holds 400 billion stars. Most have planets. Billions of those orbit in zones where liquid water can stay on a planetary surface. Even Drake's most conservative numbers land on thousands of possible worlds in our galaxy alone right now. Maybe tens of thousands. Possibly far more than that. All capable of reaching us, all capable of sending signals our way. And yet 65 years of dedicated careful searching has yielded not one confirmed reply. Imagine the world's biggest party. Every light is blazing. Music was playing just minutes ago. You check every single room. Every room is completely, utterly empty. But here is the uncomfortable truth. We have not been sitting quietly. We have been broadcasting signals into the dark for well over 6 full decades. 1960. Drake aims his telescope at nearby Tau Ceti. He names it Project Ozma, the very first organized attempt to detect an alien signal. He listens for weeks. Static. Nothing at all. SETI keeps scanning the sky every night for the next 60 years without a single break or interruption. 1977, NASA fires Voyager 1 into deep space, bolted to its hull, a golden phonograph record. Bach, Chuck Berry, ocean waves, a baby crying. We engraved Earth's home coordinates into metal and fired it into the void. Whoever recovers that disk will know permanently and precisely where to find us. After nearly 50 years of flight, Voyager 1 has covered only 0.2% of the distance to the closest star. Space is unimaginably enormous. At Voyager's speed, Alpha Centauri is 73,000 years away. Space is not just big, it is a completely different kind of big we cannot picture. 2 months after launch, something hit the sky. Experts are still debating it today, half a century on. Still no final answer. Still no real explanation. August the 15th, 1977. Big Ear Observatory, Ohio. Night shift is running. A printer chatters in the corner of an otherwise quiet and ordinary room. Eamon reviews fresh printout pages. Columns of letters and numbers on every sheet. Radio survey data. Routine. Boring. Until one line stops him completely cold. The code reads 6EQUJ5. Eamon stops dead. He stares at it. Then he reaches for a red marker and slowly circles those numbers on the page. In the margin, he writes one single word. Wow. That annotation in red ink became the most famous word in all of radio astronomy history. The signal lasted exactly 72 seconds. The precise window Big Ear's beam could track any fixed point crossing the Ohio sky above it. No more. It matched every quality researchers expected an alien signal to carry. Right frequency, right intensity, right shape. In theory, an essentially perfect candidate transmission. Flawless. Here is what drops your stomach. Every scope they had was aimed at that patch of sky for years, for decades. That region never spoke again. In 2016, a team proposed a plain cause. A gas cloud from a passing comet drifting through the beam at just the wrong possible moment. Most are not convinced. The debate is still open. So ask yourself, what if the greatest signal we ever received came from a comet drifting past? Before going further, what does silence in space actually mean? At its most basic physical level, it is not what most people assume at all. Year 1660. Robert Boyle places a ringing bell inside a sealed glass jar, then carefully pumps every last molecule of air completely out from inside. The bell keeps vibrating just as hard, but all sound is gone. No air means no medium. No medium means no sound. Every time. Done. Space works the same way. Not empty. Bits of matter drift out there, but spread so far apart that almost nothing ever touches anything else. Picture a crowd of 1 million people each standing 5 miles from the next, all whispering at full volume. Not one person hears a word. But here is the genuine twist. NASA has technically recorded actual sound from space. What they captured will permanently change how you think about silence. Radioscopes picked up waves from a black hole in the Perseus group, 250 million light-years from where we stand right now. NASA turned those waves into audio. The result, the single lowest note ever found in science, 57 full octaves below middle C on any standard piano. No ear detects it, no instrument plays it back. But it is real. The universe is not silent. We simply lack the biology to hear it. But wait, if space hums with waves we cannot sense, what about minds that can sense ours? That is where this turns very, very dark. 1998. Hansen puts out a short, quiet paper. Almost no one reads it. Over the next 3 decades, it haunts the entire scientific field. His core argument? From raw life to crossing the stars, something kills almost every species before they can get there. It happens every time, without fail. He calls it the Great Filter, an invisible barrier that virtually no civilization in the entire history of the cosmos has ever successfully managed to clear. You need to make a choice right now. The Great Filter occupies one of 2 positions in time. Only one position ends well for humanity. Option 1. The filter is already behind us. Life itself is almost impossible. The leap from raw matter to a living cell almost never happens anywhere. We somehow made it through that barrier. We are the impossible exception, the rarest accident in a universe running its experiment for over 13 billion years. Option 2. The filter still lies ahead. Life starts easily enough. Worlds fill with minds regularly. But something kills each one at exactly our current stage. Nuclear war, AI going rogue, climate collapse, or a threat not yet named. One that wipes out every world the moment it hits our level. A wrecked ship on a desert island feels exciting for 1 second. Then comes the only question that actually matters. What happened to everyone on board? And here is what should truly unsettle you. What if advanced worlds are not being destroyed? What if they are choosing to go permanently dark? A dark forest at midnight. You move through it with great care. Every snapping branch stops you cold. Something nearby is breathing. You cannot see anything. Do you shout hello, hoping something good answers? Or do you go completely silent and pray that nothing has already picked up your signal out there? This is the dark forest theory. Every world faces the same trap. You can never fully know what another intelligence plans to do with you. Resources in space are finite. Any world that can cross the stars can also erase you before you get the chance to see them coming. So the only safe strategy is stay completely hidden. Quietly eliminate every world that reveals itself before it can do the same back to you first. Under this idea, every signal Earth has ever sent is a flare into a dark forest. Bright, still moving outward, still visible to anyone who looks. In 2023, we aimed a beam straight at a star world 31 light-years out, on purpose. We knew what we were sending and why. Some called it reckless. Others called it long overdue. Absolutely nobody agreed on anything at all. The message left at light speed. Not retrievable. Gone forever. One more theory. Darker than all the rest. Old self-replicating probes built by a dead world, each one set to run one task and never stop. Find every world that reaches spaceflight. Take it out quietly before it grows strong enough to threaten anything else out there. Every single time. No exceptions. Under this model, an old probe could be drifting through our solar system right now, watching us, waiting, counting down toward our first interstellar launch. Here is the thought that reframes everything. What if the problem is not out there at all? What if the entire limitation is here inside us? Human hearing is mechanical. Sound needs a medium, air, water, or solid matter, to travel. Remove that medium and every sound disappears completely. Always. Radio waves, light, and gravity waves need no medium. They cross pure empty space at the speed of light and carry all their data through perfectly. Our search relies on radio waves. 65 years of it. Advanced worlds might have abandoned radio a full million years before our own sun was born. What if they use quantum links, gravity signals, or methods so far beyond our science that we have no word and no way to detect them? We would be deaf to each other. Two minds sharing identical space, each calling at full power, but in completely different codes neither can read. Space may not be silent at all. We might simply be the last ones still using an old method every other advanced world abandoned long ago. Back to Big Ear, 1977. Night shift. Jerry Amon at his desk, a red marker in his right hand, the code circled. One word. Wow. Was it aliens? A comet? A glitch? Some automated signal? We still do not know. That persistent, honest uncertainty is entirely and completely the whole point. The galaxy is 13.6 billion years old. A world just 4 billion years ahead could have already settled every single star in it. And yet here we are, alone, broadcasting into static, one pale dot among 400 billion stars. Still calling, still waiting, getting nothing meaningful back. Nothing. Right now, a star far bigger than our solar system is blowing apart with the energy of 10 billion suns, all at once. Total silence. Galaxies crashing, black holes tearing solar systems apart. The most violent show in all of existence running right now at full power. All of it silent, like watching the worst war in history on a screen with the sound off. The violence is real. The silence is entirely and only ours. Maybe silence is not emptiness. Maybe it is a window. Time to grow into something worth meeting before the universe decides to write us back. If this changed how you hear silence, like, subscribe, drop your answer below.